Hey all you coin collectors out there, welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Once again, we're going live with a video on the 1 shilling coins from Great Britain or United Kingdom or the UK from 1966. And you see we have a whole pile of coins here, and that's because we're going to have to kind of explain a lot of things in order to talk about the 1 shilling coins from 1966. But let's first separate out all these other ones and take a look at those two 1 shilling coins. So this is the front over here, of course, on the left, and that's Queen Elizabeth II. It says Elizabeth II Dea Gratia Regina, Queen Elizabeth II, and this is the 1966 uh, front of the coin or obverse of the coin, and that, of course, is the Mary Gillick first portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, which was on all of the Queen Elizabeth 1 shillings. And if we turn over to the back, we see that this is the 19 separated by the shield, 66, and this is called the Scottish shield here, Fid Def 1 shilling, and we see the crown Scottish shield, and you can see the lion rampant or raging or rampaging, um, standing up. And then over here, we see the other 1966 reverse. And of course, that's the English shield reverse, 19 separated by the crown shield, 66. So there were two reverses on the 1 shillings coins, and that essentially for a long, long time there were. In fact, the 1 shillings coins that came before this um, had two reverses also, um, and that was these two right here. And these are the 1953, the first Queen Elizabeth uh, 1 shilling coins. And this is, of course, the coronation year. So if we look at the front of this one, it's slightly different because on this one we see that instead of um, the Elizabeth II Dea Gratia Regina, we see Elizabeth II Dea Gratia Brit Omne Regina, or Queen of all Britons. So in 1953, they put this coin out in two different backs, and this is the only year they put this out, and that's the Queen of all Britons. And then in 1954, they moved to this one, and this was in place from 1954 until 1970. Now, you note that I said that these 1966s are the last circulating year of the 1 shilling coin because, of course, in 1970 they came out with the last 1 shilling coin, but it was a proof version. And you can tell by looking at this one that, of course, it's a proof version. And this is what happens when it's inside the plastic. It gets this film on it sometimes. These ones the packaging was messed up, and so we just took them out. So this is the 1970, the actual last coin made, but only made in a proof version. And there's the two 1970 backs, and let's get a good view of that. Look at that rampaging lion there, and that these proof coins are just um, really spectacular. So we get the both of the 1970s. Now this coin, they stopped making it in circulating it in 1966. They stopped making it in 1970. They actually stopped using it on December 31st, 1990. So it stayed around for a long period of time. So you could still use a 1954 um, 1 shilling coins or 19. You could use any 1 shilling coin until 1990, the December 31st. Now, the 1 shilling is worth and I kind of jokingly called it the half florin. Of course, it's not a half florin in name, but it is worth 1/2 of a florin or 1/2 of a 2 shillings coin. The 1 shillings coin, because the 2 shillings coin is worth 24 of the British pennies or pence, the 1 shilling coin is worth 5 of the British shillings. I mean, pennies or pence. And this is what they replaced it with. And this is, you can see it's almost the same exact size, same exact metal content, different portrait of the Queen. Of course, this is the Arnold Machin portrait with the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara on. In 1968, they came out with this one to replace the 1 shilling, and that's the 5 new pence coin. The 5 new pence coin or the 1 shilling coin worth about the same as an American nickel. Well, maybe not this American nickel because this is a 1943 war coin, and of course it's one of the famous ones with the P on the top, Philadelphia over the top of Monticello. But nevertheless, an American, this is still um, usable in the United States. You wouldn't spend it for 5 cents worth, but it's worth 5 cents or 1/20th of a dollar. This 5 new pence is worth 1/20th of a pound, and this 1 shilling here was worth 1/20th of a pound. So that's why they were able to keep these both together in circulation throughout the 60s, late 60s, 70s, and 80s uh, because they were same shape, same size, and essentially the same value. Now, when we look at the back of the coins, we notice that between George VI in 1951 and Queen Elizabeth, they changed the back of the coins. So this coin over here, um, the back of this coin was it was a Thomas Humphrey Paget, of course, did the front, the George VI front, but the back of the coin was done by George Kruger Gray, and George Kruger Gray did these two backs, and you'll see. Let's take a look at them. So there are the English and Scottish and English reverses by George Kruger Gray. And this, of course, the 1951 is the last of the George VI 1 shillings. They did not make any George VI 1 shillings after 1951, and of course he died in 1953. But so this is George Kruger Gray, and some people were wondering why in our photo we had a penny, and the reason we had a penny is because of this right here. The Canadian penny, uh, the engraver of the Canadian penny was George Kruger Gray, and as you see the KG. And you'll see his name on a number of world coins, kind of nice coins. All right, well, we're getting close to the end, so let's take another look at the 1966s. And there, of course, is the Scottish reverse. And here, of course, is the, if I can find it, I hid it over to the side somewhere. There it is the English reverse. And that's what we have for our 1 shillings coins from 1966. Um, these coins are just lovely, and I love them. And they aren't of any real value anymore. They're copper nickel coins. They're probably worth between 50 cents and a dollar each, unless you get them in really good condition. So thanks for watching the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. And we're trying to do a few more of these live things, but as you can see, it's pretty hectic, and sometimes we don't do as well as we could. But have a great day from DC Coin World International Coin Channel.